All right, light 2 candles today. What's up? I'm Janine the Alchemist. Welcome to my channel. Let's do another simple symbolism video today. I'm actually painting my nails as we speak, purple, in honor of this music video. I was thinking I'm gonna paint my nails for the video, and then I'm like, why not just paint them right now? So I'm sure you've heard this one floating around lately.
Say if I only could, and if I only could, and if I only could, make a deal with God. Say if I only could, make a deal with God, and I get him to swap up places, be running up that road. I get him to swap up places, running up that road, running up that hill. Do you wanna feel how it feels? Do you wanna know that it doesn't hurt me? Do you wanna hear about the deal I'm making? Come on, baby. Come on, darling. It's you and me. Won't be unhappy.
There we go, nice and, oh, I really need to clean that up. And so naturally I had to look up the music video, and lo and behold, something beautiful. And so I am going to watch and react and talk about the symbolism of Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush.
You're a Kate Bush fan?
Yeah.
Came out in the 80s. It got a Brit Award for Song of the Year in 1986. It also won the MTV Video Music Award for Best Female Video. And I can see why, because it's a masterpiece. And there is some fun, simple, and yet interesting symbolism in this one. So let's go ahead and dive in. Running up that road. Oh no, there's something ugly in the frame? Why didn't you tell me? Okay. One thing that stands out to me, and I could be completely wrong, okay? I'm not gonna say that my opinion on any of these things is the end all. I'm just giving my interpretation of what I'm seeing, and if somebody else knows the correct answer or interpretation, like, just please post it. I don't mind being corrected. What's fascinating to me is there's this reaching out. She's reaching out and almost like grabbing him like a fish out of water. Kind of like how they say there are plenty of fish in the sea. It's like she caught him like a fish. I don't know. It's just like the way that he's flailing. That's just sort of what it looks like to me. I did a little bit of homework, a little bit of research, because I hadn't really heard of Kate Bush until I heard this song going viral. Rumor has it, it became repopularized by Stranger Things. When that came out, I guess they played that song. There's a very strong 80s vibe going on in Stranger Things. What ended up happening after that is it went viral through TikTok and Instagram Reel. The song, she says, is about how she doesn't really believe that men and women will ever really understand each other, and if only they can make a deal with God and switch places, and they could truly understand. I'm fascinated by what caused the artist to choose this form of storytelling for this song. And they chose to do this interpretive dance. It makes me think about how, I don't know if this is necessarily love, but the dance, you know, like how love can be a dance, but the dance between male and female, as we try to live together, work together, understand each other. It really is a dance. Oh, coming back to the idea of she kind of like grabs him like a fish, it really reminds me of like the Pisces shape. If you see how she sort of drops down opposite to him, like the Pisces symbol here. Maybe I could look up the Pisces symbol really quick. Pisces. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so see how the Pisces is two fish sort of swimming around each other? As they sort of dance and move, in the Pisces is sort of like this primordial yin-yang kind of symbol of they're swimming, how can I put this? I know that Neptune rules Pisces, and Neptune is the king of the sea, and the sea is emotions and dreaminess, emotions, dark, deep, these are words that I think of. So when it kind of goes, they're kind of dancing in and out and through, kind of like yin and yang, because the yin and yang symbol, it looks like, you know, just one side is dark and one side is light and it stays, but this shape actually is not staying stationary. This shape is moving in and through and moving in and through, and so you can see that in this dance that they're doing. Yeah, it even looks like they're swimming. At first I was thinking it seems very like soulmate-ish because of the hue. Like the purple hue can be a subconscious realm. So this feels like, instead of this being like a literal physical place where they are, this seems like the mental dance and the dance of the emotions, and it's like a dream, spiritual space. As some people would put it, instead of being in like the 3D, this is like going on in the 5D realm. And there's this, you know, one of them is running away and then the other catches, and then the other runs away and then the other catches, not understanding each other. And then still, and yet there's this like tender care and affection for one another. It's not just that she's singing and that she wants to be with him and that she's reaching out for him. He's also handling her with care. They are opening, they're expressing together, going through the motions together, reaching out. Pretty shot of like the storm going on in her mind. I'm guessing maybe she's not, maybe the relationship between them is stormy. I think that Jupiter also has to do with Pisces, and Jupiter is, you know, the ruler of like thunder and lightning. Oh, and I love that he's holding her through all the fluctuations. It's so funny to me that I just suddenly decided to die on the hill that this is definitely Pisces, knowing that the story of Pisces is like they were saved by the sea. It's just a very dreamy symbol. Knowing that it's ruled by not just Neptune, but Jupiter also has to do with it. And knowing Jupiter is the same as Zeus, right? So Zeus is the god of the thunder and lightning. So it's like it's a big emotional storm. But it's a beautiful emotional storm. A road and a hill can both symbolize the walk we take on this thing called life. The road itself being life itself. To hike up the mountain can be life itself, or that spiritual journey, like Jacob's ladder. And a building, as you go up the different steps, that's like ascension, reaching all the way to the crown. When you watch them sort of hinder each other on their paths, it feels as though if they could only understand each other, they could ascend. They could be in sync and fully expressed. But because of that lack of understanding, they are stifled. He looks like Neil Patrick Harris, like mixed with Justin Timberlake. And we can tell that this is not in favor of the feminine or masculine. We can see that they are the same, seeing as they're both wearing the exact same outfit, they're the same color, they are both equal. It's like they're aiming individually, and then they aim together. So it's almost like they continue to try. Yeah, this is all in the psyche because they're on this tile. I mean, it looks like cement, but they're on a checkered floor, a stone floor. One thing is, you will see, you know, I will say it's that black and white checkered tile symbolism. I know it all looks like it's one color, but if you look closely, you can see there is variation. Many people will say that this is a Masonic symbol. It is a Masonic symbol, so people will be like, oh, that's Illuminati, that's something bad, something evil. And you know, I used to be interested in symbolism way back in the day when I was more religious. I watched so many of those Illuminati videos where they basically call every pentagram devil worship, every butterfly MK Ultra, and any Masonic symbol as this evil thing. I don't know these artists' lives. This could be the case, but I'm going to say that we need to remember that symbolism is a language. So even though the Masons used checkered tile to communicate certain things, they are not the only ones who did. So A black and white checkered tile symbolizes duality, the light and the dark, the light path and the dark, the lightness and the darkness that is in life on this foundation of life that we walk. And a square, the square is stability. So, and I also see this as, I know that it also comes from the Temple of Solomon, so it's that idea of a holy ground, a sacred ground, and your body is a temple, right? So again, I will reiterate that this is the body, this is inside your mind, inside of your, as the thoughts that you think as sacred ground, you know, inside of your psyche as sacred ground, spiritual ground, then you'll see that this foundation of the duality of life, duality, and I know that we have different gendered things happening right now, but in the basic sense, duality between the masculine and feminine, the good and the bad, to generalize. This is a very dualistic song and video about the differences between those extremes. Seems really cool what they did right here. I don't know if you can tell, but they actually did this spin in reverse, if you can see him going back. So obviously it's all gone awry. You'll also notice that the lighting has changed from this light lavendery color, and it just gets darker and darker. And then all these people rush her through this square doorway, torn apart, into this, the square where his face is. A square can kind of, it means a lot of things. This really confined square hallway where they're sort of marching, and they all have his face on them, but because they're in this square, in such this tight gray space, I think it means like that it is a conformity. So now she's walking this really tight looking road. Before, the road was kind of open, and yet it was twilight. It kind of looked kind of twilighty, didn't it? But it was open. Now it's kind of like this little square, and she's being torn away from him by all these people, and I would say the people symbolize maybe different thought forms or perspectives. As you can see, all of these faces are his face on these people, so it's almost like she's confused, and in his perspective, he has his way of thinking, and she doesn't know what to make of it. And then when it shows her perspective with all of her faces, she's like drowning in a world of just her own perspective. Boxed in. No wonder this song was at the top and then became at the top again, because it got some awards again in 2023, this year. Yeah. It ended up winning an iHeartRadio Music Award for Best like Alternative Rock Song of the Year in 2023, and then it won in 2022 an American Music Award for Favorite Rock Song. Because I've never heard anything more relatable, especially if anyone's been in like a long-term relationship. There are just so many misunderstandings and things that we work through, and that it's a dance. It's either a sunset or a twilight. I really want to know what you guys think. There are some pieces in here that are a mystery to me. If this is a twilight, that would fit, because there was also that window that looked like the moonlight was coming through, that time when you're making wishes. So it's almost kind of hopeful, even though it seems like a helpless mission. There's still a hope and an aim for the best, for the future. But I love how then here they are aiming, right? She's aiming. It's not just her, because then it goes to him, and then he is also aiming. I think it shows more of her because she is the singer, but I think it's implied that he is experiencing the exact same thing in his mind as well. Yeah, perhaps they are aiming for each other. And she was saying she doesn't think we could ever learn to get along, but I think that's why it kind of ends on that note of like, it's unresolved, but they're still trying. Haven't been able to get out as much lately, so it's not going to be as neat as if I got them done. But yeah, I think it looks really pretty in person. I don't think you can really tell, but it is very purple, and I'm feeling very ethereal. I had a rather stressful day today. This is very relaxing and fun for me. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I hope that you've been doing well. I hope that you enjoyed this fun little 2 cents that I'm given, and I'll see you in my next video. I got 2 candles this time.